Hello everybody, Cody McIntyre here from Boss Poses 3D, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to render out just about any of your animations as if it was kind of drawn. So we're going to give everything this cool penciled outline, right? And this does everything pretty much automatically. This is a free add-on that I will be adding to the description of the video, so please do download that before you follow along with the video today, because it's really not that complicated either. So you might even just be able to watch the video and just get right busy after that, right? So we're also going to be doing this with a stable image, so I have that set up now, and we're going to be doing this with a Fixmo animation. So I'm going to be retargeting this with my Fixmo 2 add-on that I will be posting in the description. You can get that on blendermarket.com. Again, that's Fixmo 2, and that's going to basically allow you to copy and paste and create your own Fixmo animations with the click of a button, no NLA editor. But anyway, let's get started, right? So I got a camera, I have a light, and my character in the scene, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just do a render just to show you that we do have a bit of a highlighted character. So that's what it looks like without the penciled outline that we're going to be giving it, okay? So we can actually close off the rendered view. And then the next thing we can do is press N, and then we can go down to the pixel shader, the pixel render add-on, and we're going to hit render settings. And you're going to notice right away that that changed my camera. It's because if we go over here to the resolution, you'll notice that it lowered it quite a lot. So what we're going to do is change that back. So I like to do 1080 by 1080. It fits nice in Facebook thumbnails and whatnot. And I'm just going to press my fly mode button right there on my mouse, and I'm just going to line up the camera. Kind of like that, just to get some good shading, right? Okay, so now that that's done, now if I hit render, you're going to automatically see that once it's finished, it's going to add this cool penciled outline around the edges, and it even gives it some pretty interesting detail right here on the face. So it even kind of cell shades it, so any lines or depth or something like that, it should add a black line too, but you notice that there's some spaces that don't do it, right? But just for this, we're going to go over into our render settings. You'll notice that this did go from cycles to Eevee, and that's perfectly fine. We can do this on cycles later, but for now, we're just going to come down into freestyle. And we're going to go into where it says line thickness, and we're going to up this to say about 1. I'm going to put it on 1 pixel, so about 1,000, just whatever that number is, match it. And now if we hit go to render, you'll notice that we have a well more pronounced line on our character here. And if we zoom in, so the higher the resolution we make the shot, the more clean these lines can come out to look. And we can also add different shaders to it as well. We'll get into that in another tutorial, so you can kind of make the entire thing look like a comic book. But for the meantime, what I'm actually going to do is just start getting this animation retargeted over here. I'm going to show you how easy this is to do with my Fixmo add-on. So I'm going to come over into my Fixmo add-on. I'm going to make sure my armature is selected. I'm going to press Fix. I'm just going to close that, and you'll notice that my armature is running in place right now. So I'm just going to get out of isometric view. I'm going to come into this last keyframe here. Just on this specific animation, I like to delete the last keyframe and then copy and paste it over. So this is how easy it is to use the Fixmo add-on just to combine animations. And we already have a combined run animation without the NLA editor, as you see, and we can just keyframe the position just by moving it. So I'm just going to make them go up like that just a little bit more. And for the sake of the tutorial, we won't add any motion into the character right now. For now, we're just going to go into the Rococo add-on, which is also free, and we're going to retarget our animation to our character. So I'm going to make sure that's on dummy. I'm going to hit rebuild the bone list, and as you see, all of our bones are filled. That's good to go. So the next thing we can do is hit retarget animation. And you'll notice that the arms are all confunctly in the thing, and that's fine for now. We can fix that in just a second. So what I can actually do is delete that. This happens if you don't set the rest pose to your character. I have another tutorial on how to fix this issue from happening, and it's actually very, very easy, right? So, but just to get this going a lot faster, I'm just going to delete all the keyframes on the elbow, and I'm just going to move the arm out. So it kind of looks like that, right? It doesn't need to be perfect for this tutorial, but yeah, we're just gonna do that for now because we didn't change the rest position on it when we should have. So it's just it's gonna look kind of weird for now, but that's totally cool with me, right? But anyway, we're gonna go back into our camera view, and I'm just gonna make sure that camera is set up on there, and I just want to make sure when I select the camera, we don't have any keyframes on the camera itself. So I want to get out of pose mode for one. I'm going to select the camera, turn off the auto keyframe. That way when we move the camera, we're not adding keyframes to it, right? So now when I play back the animation, you'll notice that obviously the arms look really funny, but that's cool. And we're just going to put that to 66, so that's just going to tune that down a little bit. And now we can start to render out this animation with that cell shading in the background. And to do something even more cool, to show you that this does kind of cell shade everything, so you could even do like a terrain in the background, right? Don't worry, this is through the leg. It's not going to show up on the camera. But if I go to render image, you'll notice that it also traces out the background properties and everything, but it doesn't exactly get all the depth in here. But once you add sculpting and some black in there, it really does start to shape this out well. So if you add like an XPS Wolverine, I found that worked really damn well. So I'll be showing you an example of that also at the end of the video. So from that point, we can do this, and then, yeah, we're good to go. Add some balloons, screen reflections, why not? And we can go to add, do that again. And as you see, it's starting to pronounce a little bit more. The more reflection we have on our character, the more pronounced we're going to get in our line depth, right? So right now, we're pretty much good to do for rendering. So the next thing I want to do is make sure our samples aren't too high, so this can actually render out a lot faster. So we got that. Okay, good to go. And that should go to our animations. But now when we hit render animation, you're going to see that this is rendering really quickly, and it's tracing out all of our keyframes as a drawn image, right? Like, that's super damn cool. And once this is finished rendering, what I'm going to do is import it as an image as plain and just show you the clip playing. But this is how easy it is to animate. And yes, I do have a good computer. This is why it's able to render so damn quickly, especially in Eevee. Eevee, you can achieve the same things in Cycles as you can in Eevee. It just takes a little bit more work. And I find if you use CUDA instead of optics, that helps your rendering quite a lot. So take that into Keynotes. But anyway, so we're done with that, right? So we already have our animation set, so I can get out of that little view there. And what I can do is come up into Add, Image, Images, Planes, and we're going to find the image that we just did. So it'll be in my Animations folder. I'm going to blow it up, and we have it right here. And if I go into my rendered mode and blow it up, it's not going to have much light on it because of the clip, right? So we're going to just kind of make this forward. I'm going to just do that just to show you the video without me having to open the media player or whatever. But if I play it back, you'll notice that we have a really good traced 60 or 30 FPS video, but you can get it to any FPS you want. But comically traced, right? Like they don't change on the frame. So everything is usually perfect. So when you're doing like a comic style animation, this will go really, really damn well for you because it's accurate. Like this is really, really damn cool. And I really like the way this looks here. So what I'm actually going to do is save this image out to my desktop just as a little thumbnail there. What I can actually do is actually change the camera. So I'm going to change it to 1920 by 1080. That was already by 1080. So we're just going to go back into the camera view there. Zoom in. And just kind of get a good thumbnail for YouTube, you know what I mean? We can do something like that, comically traced. You know, maybe even get a little bit more of a angle on it. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Like, that's wicked to me. And you can do this with, like, Mortal Kombat. That's what I learned to do this. So, again, I will be posting all the links to these add-ons in the description of the video. I hope you all liked today's video and you found this useful, and happy animating. And thank you all for tuning in. Please do like and subscribe. I'll be releasing plenty of tutorials upcoming now that I get all the equipment set up in my new place. So we are good to go, everybody. Thank you all once again, and have yourselves a great day. Take care.